So the next section of the Art and Change grant is the experiences section. And this is a conscious choice by Leeway to not ask for a formal CV or resume the way that many other foundations do, because we really honor the community-based experiences and the life experiences that have informed your work and brought you to this point to want to do this project. So you'll see in the description that it asks for artistic, personal, political, professional, and social change-based experiences. And I encourage you to make sure that you are giving that wide breadth of different types of experiences in this section. So we are not looking for a resume. So what you should not submit is just a series of, I performed at this place, I exhibited my work that place. Those kinds of traditional accolades are important. And if you do list them, if you really want to share one of those as one of your experiences, we would like one more sentence from you, though, about why that was significant to you. So maybe you performed at a university and it was the first time that your community work was acknowledged by academia, for example, and that was significant to you. So we want to know why that particular event was meaningful to you personally. But we are more interested here in getting a sense of who you are and what your trajectory has been that has led you to this point as a social change artist. And so when I say personal experiences, these can really be truly personal moments in your life. Some people see that there's this column that says the dates of the experience and think, well, do I have to know the exact day that this happened, or could it be something generally in my childhood, or maybe I remember the year that it happened, but not the exact date. That is totally fine. So for example, we had one grantee who wrote as an experience the first time she saw someone who looked like her on television. And she's not going to put that that was, December 12th, 1982, but she can just put like generally the year or the age she was at that time. We've had folks who, talked about their personal immigration experience, or maybe something that happened in their family. We have had people share very personal, vulnerable, traumatic experiences. And those, I want to remind folks that this stuff only is seen by the panel. It will never be shared publicly and will never appear as part of your artist description if you're awarded the grant. But I would say that as vulnerable as you feel comfortable being, and again, not pushing you to a point where it doesn't feel comfortable, but as much as you're willing to share with the panel that is relevant to your artistic practice, I think is really important. Because the panel doesn't know you. They aren't going to have the chance to meet you while they're making these decisions. You are not allowed to put links to external websites, and we don't allow them to Google you or do any external research. So this experiences page is really a chance to give them a sense of who you are and what drives you, and some of that sense of vision and passion that I talked about earlier, that we're looking for in the artists that we support. So you can also think about other experiences, like maybe the first time you read a particular book of poetry that inspired you to want to be a poet. You can talk about a community organizing campaign that you were a part of, all kinds of different things, but making sure that you have that good mix of professional, personal, social change-based, political, different types of things in there. And then at the bottom, you have an opportunity to talk more about one of those experiences. You have to do at least 4 experiences, but you can do up to 10. And I really encourage you to use the space, do the full 10. For each of those, again, you have 1 to 2 sentences to write about them. And then in the highlighted experience, you can have a full third of the page to be able to talk more about one. And a lot of times people ask me, like, well, which is the best one to pick? and that's really up to you. It's just what you think would be interesting for the panel to know more about you. Maybe it connects to the project that you're suggesting and gives sort of more insight on some of your experience.